Hey guys, what's up? It's Imurgency and welcome back to my channel. It's been so long since I've actually filmed a sit-down video, and you have no idea how good this feels. So before I get into the actual video about my college extracurriculars and supplements and all this stuff you actually came here for, let me tell you guys some really quick updates that are very crucial to the channel. So if you care about me or the channel, please watch this. As you guys know, it is now summertime for me. It's the summer before I go to college, so I want to really start get going on this YouTube thing. Before it was kind of like a hobby that I do on the side, but now since I have a lot more time, I want to be doing more of it. So by popular request, by like 2 people, I'm going to be trying to upload twice a week. I know, that's huge, mind-boggling. Like, I thought Emergency Sundays were everything. Well, now you get Emergency Wednesdays and Sundays. I will be uploading starting next week every Wednesday and Sunday, with the Wednesday videos being more like casual, more funny and goofy, while my Sunday videos will stay primarily the same as what they've always been, which is mostly like college videos, tips, advice, yada yada yada, you know the deal. Let me know what you guys think about that. I'm really excited for it because it's 1, a challenge, and 2, I get to make a lot more content because I feel like uploading once a week really restricted the kind of content I could make. But now you get to see me twice a week. I know you guys will love that so much. I think those are all the updates I have for you guys right now. Let's get into the actual video now. College. I am officially graduated now. I am a college kid now. So now it is time to start reflecting back on my days of the college application process because we all know I enjoyed that so much. But actually it was pretty fun. Like, I was stressing, but it was pretty fun. This video goes out to all the juniors that are now becoming seniors and are now officially starting their college application process. Hello, you guys have made it. It is time to start the college process. If you haven't already, I have a ton of college videos out for you guys to check out to get tips and tricks about the whole college application process. Things you don't know, things you may know, whatever, just click around and you'll find some. But today's video is going to be talking about my experience with the college application process because I know a lot of you have been asking me for my extracurriculars and my writing and supplements for different schools, which I will be releasing in this video, more like in the description below where you guys can check them out. But yeah, let me actually have one train of thought. So, as many of you may want to know, what did I do in my 4 years that got me into GW? So let's jump into some of my extracurriculars. I'm pretty much reading off of my Common App right now because I don't remember a lot of my activities, which is probably not a good thing to say because you should probably be passionate about your activities and should know them like the back of your hand. But you know, I made it. We're good. Whatever. One of the activities that I did was that I was involved in Jack and Jill of America. And for those of you who don't know, which is probably most of you, is basically like this youth organization for black teens to get some leadership experience, communication experience, how to be a good leader and a good contributor to society. I've been in that since about 13 years. And that was a cumulative thing, but you know, college doesn't really care what you did before high school. For the 4 years that I was in high school, I was an active member in Jack and Jill, and for the last 2 years, I held an office position as corresponding secretary, which basically meant I sent out emails. So yeah, I was the communications guy. I think that this looked pretty good in my application because it showed that I held an office, so I had a little bit of leadership. It showed that I had some dedication and some passion towards it because I stuck with it for all 4 years. It is an example of a pretty good activity to have. If you aren't a part of the organization or are not a person of color, some things that are similar to this are like other youth groups, like a church youth group. I suggest if you don't already have something you're really passionate about and really have been doing for a while, that you do join something that shows some leadership because leadership always looks good. But yeah, next activity that I did throughout high school was that I ran track. I ran track for on and off all 4 years. I have been injured multiple times throughout my track season. For those of you who don't know, I actually tore my ACL a year ago. Wow, it's been a year? Yeah, about a year ago. I am recovered now, but I was not able to fully compete this season of track or half of the season last year because of the whole ACL thing. There's a whole video on it that you can watch somewhere if you want to know the story. At the time, I ran the 400 and the 4x4. It was pain, but I mean, you do what you gotta do. So next, of course, is YouTube, because this is what I do in my free time. Yeah, I mentioned how I make videos every week, and next week, twice a week. Just talked about like my passion for making videos and editing videos and all that fun stuff. I'm gonna say this a lot throughout this whole video, but like you wanna make sure that your passions get across, because at the end of the day, and ooh, I've been wanting to say this for a while because I haven't really had like the time to say it. When you're applying to college, especially when you're applying to like really selective schools and you have like everything else, you have like the straight A's, you have the perfect GPA, you have the perfect test scores. The only thing that's going to differentiate you from the thousands of other applicants that have the exact same scores is your passions and who you are as a person, and a little bit of luck. But the major thing is passion, because admissions officers are trying to put together a diverse class that's both racially and intellectually. Really, when you're putting together your college application, make sure you get your passions across. Admissions officers want to admit you, they don't want to deny you, but they will deny you. My college reaction video shows that. So the next thing I did in high school was that I was involved in a philanthropy. I was involved in philanthropy. So basically raising money for different organizations. My junior year, I got involved in this philanthropic group that was raising money for that year. It was human trafficking. So we basically made a whole bunch of calls, met with a whole bunch of organizations, and went to like different networking events, try and raise money for a grant that we'd be donating to a organization of our choice. That's goal was to help end human trafficking in the Washington area. I was pretty proud of that. Actually, that made me feel like a better human being, because not everyone does that, or if they do, I don't know about it. My next activity was that I volunteered a bunch for different organizations throughout high school. I'd either be doing some like office work, be like a lead volunteer helping organize other volunteers, or I'd be like doing like regular volunteer stuff like soup kitchens and gardening for people or stuff like that. But it was all under like this one umbrella organization, so it looked like it was more of like a culminating thing as opposed to like a whole bunch of scattered things. Next thing was that I was involved in the student wellness center, barely. The student wellness center at my school was basically like student therapists. I know I definitely should not say it like that, but I will, just for the sake of your understanding of what our general job was. So we'd be like on call to help students with any issues that they would have regarding school or just life or anything in general, and we'd be there as like a voice for them to speak to in case they weren't as comfortable speaking to like one of our school counselors. One of the other things that I put in my application was that I was a note taker, and basically what that means is that I would take notes in different classes and would like have to recopy the notes and like rewrite them in like a clear way because my handwriting is... Yeah, I'd do that, and then I'd turn them in to our learning coordinator, who would then give them to students that needed certain accommodations for notes. But yeah, those are the activities that I had and put on my college application. If I missed any, then I'll be sure to like put that somewhere in the description or comments somewhere. But yeah, let's move on to the supplements. Supplements will be kind of quick. Many of you guys have been asking what I wrote my personal statement and like college specific supplements on. My personal statement, I wrote about YouTube. The umbrella was YouTube. The story as a whole was talking about growing up behind a camera my whole life and how that affected me, because I have been behind a camera my whole life. I'm not like famous or whatever, as you know. I distinctly remember like my family always making like these little video skits that I'd want to be like the star of. And at one point I wanted to be like an actor, so I did like that whole acting thing. I had like an acting phase, went to like a whole... It was a thing. It was a whole scene. It'll be linked down below with the rest of my supplements. I personally really enjoyed the story that I told. I'm not sure if it really got the job done. Well, it did. I'm in college. But most, if not all of my supplements will be linked down below as examples for how to write a supplement, and less of like copy what I'm saying, because don't do that. Down below will be a link to a Google folder of all of my supplements, both the ones that I got into and the ones that I did not get into, because I feel like there's value in seeing both. Also, along with the supplements, I'm going to be leaving the questions to the supplements so you kind of get a feel for what a college supplement may be asking of you. A lot of them are very different and a lot of them are very similar. I'm not going to get into explaining all of my supplements in this video, but you can check out the link down below to read them all yourself and have some fun. I just felt like addressing my personal statement because that was like the major thing in my college process, was writing my college essay. Yeah, that's gonna be all for today's video. I will see you guys again on Wednesday for a video that may or may not involve me singing. So look forward to that. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, welcome, and feel free to subscribe for new videos like this in the future. If you enjoyed this video, let me know by leaving a thumbs up and comment down below what I should do next, my new upload schedule, or anything in between. I try to respond to every comment. Hit the little bell icon to turn on my post notifications so you never miss an upload, and make sure to follow me on Twitter at Imurgency with 2 Y's. But other than that, guys, thank you again so much for watching. I've been Imurgency, and I'll see you guys next time.